1 million subscribers. Wow, that is such an incredible milestone for the channel and this community, and I am so appreciative and just bursting with gratitude. I feel like I've gotten to know so many of you over the years just based on your comments on the videos, and it's made this online space that much more special, so thank you. Today we're whipping up a classic recipe with a Downshiftology spin, and that's chicken salad. Chicken salad is a year-round favorite, but it's perfect for spring and summer when you want a chilled salad that's also hearty enough to fill you up. My version is dotted with crisp celery, green onions, toasted almonds, and fresh grapes, but you know I love adding fresh herbs to elevate any salad recipe, and I've got a secret ingredient in this one. I think it is the ultimate chicken salad recipe, if I do say so myself, so let's dive in. I love to use poached chicken in my chicken salad because it's easy, healthy, and it means that I don't have to turn on my oven if it's a hot day outside. But you could certainly use baked chicken or even store-bought rotisserie chicken in this recipe. You'll need 2 pounds of raw chicken, which for me is 3 chicken breasts, and that equals about 4 cups of diced or shredded cooked chicken. To poach the chicken, add it to a pot and cover it by about an inch or so of cold water. You can poach chicken with simply water and a teaspoon of salt, but if you'd like to add a punch of flavor, include some aromatics like parsley or other herbs, onion, shallots, garlic, lemon slices, and peppercorns. Place the pot on your stove if it's not already, and turn the heat to medium. The goal with poached chicken is to cook it very gently, so don't try to cook it faster on high heat. As your water temperature begins to warm up, you'll notice some white foam on the surface. That's just from the fat of the chicken. If you plan to save the cooking liquid, which results in a delicious light chicken broth, you can skim some of that off, but otherwise it's not necessary. Once the water has started to gently simmer, add the lid and reduce the heat to low. Depending on the size and thickness of your chicken, you'll want to cook it for about 8 to 12 minutes or until it reaches 160 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see how gently my water is simmering. It's definitely not boiling, and I'll use an instant read thermometer just to double check the temperature. When it's done, remove it to a plate or cutting board and let it rest for a minute or two. Then transfer it to the fridge to chill, as we want cold chicken in this recipe. If you plan to save the poaching liquid, which is extremely flavorful and perfect for making rice and other recipes, I've got several tips on the full blog post. While the chicken is cooling, we can prepare all of our other ingredients for this salad, and that includes toasted almonds. Heat a pan on medium-low heat and add half a cup of sliced almonds to a pan. Toast them for about 4 to 5 minutes and stir them frequently so that they don't burn. Then transfer them to a plate and let them cool completely to room temperature. Next, slice and dice 2 stalks of celery. Because we want everything bite-sized in this salad, it's best to run your knife the length of the celery 2 or 3 times to create strips, then slice it across for a small dice. The celery adds a delicious, crisp bite to the salad, and you can always feel free to add a little more if you are a celery lover. Slice up 3 green onions, which are also known as spring onions or scallions, and you'll want both the green and white parts. Green onions are my favorite in spring and summer recipes, but if you don't have green onions, red onion also works great in this salad. The best chicken salads always have grapes, in my opinion, for that sweet, fruity bite. You'll need 1 cup of grapes, and you can use either red or green seedless grapes. I just like red grapes for that beautiful contrast in color. Slice the grapes into quarters so the pieces aren't too big, then set them aside. Now come the herbs, and you probably know by now that I'm a big fan of adding herbs to salads for the freshest flavor. Herbs really are the difference between an average salad and an amazing salad, so definitely don't leave them out. Our first herb is parsley, so finely chop up about 2 tablespoons of parsley leaves. And then for the secret ingredient, tarragon. Tarragon pairs beautifully with the chicken, and it's very aromatic with a flavor that's somewhat of a cross between anise, fennel, and licorice. You don't need a lot of tarragon, just about 1 tablespoon finely chopped, but trust me, don't leave it out. It's the one ingredient that will have your family and friends saying, wow, this is the best chicken salad recipe, but they won't quite be able to put their finger on why. All right, now that the chicken breasts have cooled, just slice and dice those up. I try to do a fairly small dice, about 1/2 inch or less, as this will keep all of the ingredients about the same size. But it also makes it easier to pile the chicken salad on bread for sandwiches or to roll up in lettuce leaves. Once the chicken is all diced up, add that to a bowl, then add all of your other ingredients, including the chopped grapes, celery, green onions, cooled toasted almonds, and 1 cup of mayonnaise. If your chicken or almonds aren't fully cooled, you'll melt the mayonnaise, so do make sure everything is cooled. Add 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard for a tangy little bit of spice, along with the chopped parsley and chopped tarragon. Season with salt and pepper, and then finish it off with the juice of 1 lemon for fresh acidity. Give that all a stir until it's nice and creamy and everything is fully mixed together, and then transfer it to a serving bowl. You can always add a few leaves of tarragon or parsley on the top for garnish as well. This salad is truly the ultimate chicken salad recipe, and you'll be hard-pressed to not just eat it straight out of the bowl, as I usually do. But you can also serve it in lettuce leaves for an easy low-carb meal. And I usually grab butter lettuce or romaine lettuce if I'm gonna eat it this way. Of course, you can also make a chicken salad sandwich, and I'm using gluten-free bread topped with lettuce, then a few big spoonfuls of the chicken salad and some microgreens on top. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and I will see you again in the next video.